Alrighty, PG-13. This is G.I. Joe 1985 Silver Mirage. Now my box is a little bit beaten up there, or battered. But the back is still pretty cool. Start your engines. We have the 1985 Silver Mirage. Now the box art showed Bazooka, Mutt, and Duke on this bike. Now when I was a kid, I don't think I ever put 3 people on the bike. Pretty way down. Now a lot of us would probably separate the sidecar and just play with it like a bike, like an actual motorbike. It's got the turbo on it. Little cannon. Hot barrel, hot. I don't know how well that'll come in. And it's got a couple missiles there and some extra ones on the back. It even has a little port to put your gas in. Now I don't remember if it had a little green cap that went in there or not. Might have. Someone can let me know in the comments down below. I thought there might have been, but oh well. Now yes, a lot of these parts do fall off and constantly missing, so you gotta be careful when you're getting one of these. Now there's some handlebars in there. However, they don't connect. You know, it's kind of stupid. They don't connect to the steering. And my kickstand does not seem to want to stay up. I'm pretty sure you could like glue it in place. Same with this, you could probably glue these together if you don't want to have the bike come out. But again, these do get like brittle, so you can't have weight on them because this can bend. You know, it's not made that great, but it is a cool vehicle. And you have to watch, make sure you're not missing any of these little plug-in pieces. It does have a lot of detail. There is engine detail in there. You can see. Nice detail. However, it's not painted. And there's the kickstand. It just doesn't want to stay up. So there's nothing to click it into. You think there would be like an extra feature in there. I can just click it in, but it just drops down. As you can see, the weight of these figures is wanting to warp the back wheel. So I have to take off a figure. Not made as well as the Ram. The Ram cycle. Even nobody beats G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe Ram cycle. Yo, Joe. Now this is a cool vehicle. And again, some of these things, you know, people tend to glue them on because they might not stay. But just by itself, it's actually a cool little bike. And it's got a lot of detail in the engine. Again, there's lots of detail. You could paint it if you wanted. Maybe that'll bring out some of the cool details in it. It does have some little saddlebags that are constantly missing. And it does plug in. It's got plug there and there. So like I said, some people do glue them just because it's just annoying. You're driving along and it falls off. And it's got a little Gatling gun, you know, the sidecar. That's pretty awesome looking. Ooh, 1982. Watch out, Stalker's going full throttle. So these were a lot of fun when we were kids. And like I said, we most likely didn't have a sidecar on it and just used it like that. And we'd use our adventure people's sleeping bags. You know, you'd probably throw that over the figure and then tuck his firearm or weapon in his sleeping bag because it had a little string. And like I talked about it before, but I was gonna try to get one. And we used one of these too. This one's all beaten up though. This one needs some repair, some TLC. But anyways, the one I had was a blue one, and like blue and brown, and it's a 318. Ooh. And that was the Fisher Price Adventure People. It was a lot of fun. That actually has soft handles. Now, what I'd love to see if Super 7 can make, since Hasbro is getting out of making toys, which, you know, it's a toy company, and it wants to make video games. How pathetic is that? Like, if Hasbro thinks they're gonna get ahead in the video game section, you know, how you treat your fans and your customers now will determine if they're even gonna buy your product in the future. And you know, you have a couple video games that don't sell, then your company's basically done. So some guy named Chris Cox is basing Hasbro's future on video games and even gambling, I heard. It's like the mafia took over. Hey, Vinny Vabalito, let's do some gambling now. You know, Hasbro's no longer a toy company. We're gonna turn it into gambling, okay? So they're gonna like take the Magic, turn it into a gambling game, and you're like, man, what the heck is going on here? It's like Biff Tanner. Biff Tanner took over Hasbro. We're gonna have gaming. Anyways, I wish we had a Tiger Force vehicle that would have been like the Ram. Would have been fantastic. Now, this would have been great if it was made with the same kind of plastic as the Ram, but they made it cheaper, and it was actually cheap back in the day. It was retailed for like almost like $4 American, something cheap. So probably would have been $8 or $10 Canadian at the time. As you can see, that rolls pretty good. Now the Tiger Paw. Now was this an 88 vehicle? It might have been. The Tiger Paw and the Cobra Ferret. Also, the Cobra Ferret came out in 1985 too. So we got 2 bikes in 1 year. Now a constantly missing part on this is there's a little black piece, and I have 2 more ferrets, or it's like I have 1 more ferret, and then the Tiger Paw is missing that same part. So maybe I could make it, you know, out of a mold. But again, this ferret, you know, you could put a small sidearm in the back. This piece does come off pretty easily. We could stuck a little firearm in there, you know, little Cobra laser pistol. And you know, these handles are supposed to control the laser. The laser does rotate up and down, and that piece, I guess, falls off from playing. So you have to be wary of that, because you know, sometimes when you buy it, you might not. Oh, big. Oh, damn, it's missing that. And it does have 2 rockets that come off. I did have one of these as a kid, and I did have one of these. You know, they were fantastic. I think mine did break. I think the back wheel broke off, because again, this is pretty weak plastic in here. It's got all the weight on that. But anyways, this also has some pieces, you know, you gotta make sure this cover's on, and there's a little hose in there to make sure that's not missing, as well as these little bars do come off. And I might have some in the room, because I might have some spare parts somewhere. But again, this is what it looks like when it's missing those pieces, and I didn't notice that. Unless I probably got that in a lot. So maybe that's why it's missing. Oh, I can't remember. But again, I love these vehicles. Now, how come they never had one for Python Patrol? You know, your guess is as good as mine. And even for the Dreadnoks, like, they only had 1 motorcycle, and they're supposed to be a motorcycle gang. But they used the ferrets a lot, yeah, in the cartoon. So I guess we could get some more Cobra Ferrets for the Dreadnoks. I might have to get some ferrets this year. Damn ferrets. Too many ferrets. Now there is other oh, that's the Dreadnok one is cool. I mean, you do have to watch. These are missing. You know, you have to make sure the mufflers don't fall off, and the missiles on the side. The Dreadnok cycle. And there is also modern versions we've touched upon before. The modern version of the RAM. And you know, there's other third-party sites like Marauders Inc. We got this German one for the racist bikers. Yeah, he's a Confederate. Let's get him, Stalker. I'll cut him off at the back. I got him. Got him in the scissor hold. Oh, he fell off the deck. I'll go back and get some more support. Now there is a click and play. There's a cool little motorcycle here too. You can put your bazooka across here. Oh, it's got rubber handles. Now Delta 17 figures might fit in here nicely too, because you can swivel the wrists, so you can actually make them probably hold the bike handles better. But this is a click and play motorcycle, and it does have a kickstand, and you have to lean it a certain way. That looks just fantastic. Now they did have a dirt bike too. Got a dirt bike. So again, it's cheaper made, or cheaply made. But it definitely works for G.I. Joe. So if you like to have fun with your Joes, you know, the motorcycles are a lot of fun. But we definitely need to get some more motorcycles for the Dreadnoks. They're a motorcycle gang. Maybe they'll take the click and play ones. Gotta paint them up. Paint them Cobra red and blue. Red and blue. Oh, you know, that'd be another cool thing if we got remakes of the Dreadnok vehicles that we couldn't get. And I forget what year that was. Was that 88 too? Where they came out with those Dreadnok vehicles. We're just gonna quickly look. Like that was we do have the Swamp Fire. That's a whole different thing. But I think they have a RAM cycle for it. Anyways, I'll go to 1982 and just click on there really fast and click on the RAM cycle. Now yes, the RAM cycle was remade. We'll just lift off the years 2010, 2008, and 1982. And I don't know if it's going to show up here, because sometimes they do a write-up. Oh, they didn't. So you just have to search it yourself, I guess, unless I can come up with it before the video's done. But I believe it might have been 88 or 86. Anyways, they did have, oh yes, here it is. They had 2 packs, Dreadnok ground assault vehicles, and here's the RAM cycle again. So you could paint one up yourself if you wanted. You might not be able to change the wheels, but look at that. You know, if they could remake some of these sets, this would be fantastic. I'd love to see some of that, because my Dreadnoks need more vehicles. You know, we've got one vehicle for them. I believe that was that 87 or 88? Probably 87. Anyways, well, it could have been 88 or 89. But we're almost out of time again. Yeah, it's definitely 88. Maybe not. I don't know. Or was that? I forget what year it was. It couldn't be 86. No. Anyways, we had the swamp. Oh well. Anyways, I'm not prepared for this, but we're out of time again. So just look it up. Let me know in the comments down below. And thanks for watching. Sorry we're out of time. Got too carried away having fun. But these are great vehicles to get, and I definitely need to get some more Cobra Ferrets. Alright, thanks for watching. That's all.